Welcome to the barge build. So first, all those angle iron pieces that we're making by hand has slag on both ends from the plasma cut. We need to get those off so when it goes in the press brake, it doesn't fall off and mess up the dies in the man's machine. And we got those ground off and it's looking good. They're ready to be pressed. And while I'm waiting for those to be pressed over the 4th of July weekend, I like to go ahead and utilize that time to do mass cutting, mass preparation of all the pieces. So here I'm cutting these pipes to length. But while I was doing this, the plasma cutter decided to stop working. So it was out with the old and in with the new. And some of you may know that big plasma cutter on the left is actually Doug's from SV Secret. He's let me borrow it. Yeah, it just quit working and I don't have much time to diagnose it. So he bought this Power Max 45 by Hypertherm. Man, is it a nice machine. It is so nice to how small it is and lightweight and easy to move around. And of course, while I was cutting those pipes, one of them ended up being too short, so I had to get the old pipe extender out and make one longer again. And then also went ahead and cut all the side plates to length. It'll be the side of the barge with the 9-inch C-channel on top of it. Made that wood jig to make it go a lot faster. And this is that new Hypertherm 45. Man, is it smooth. Doesn't leave much of a burr at all. Nice machine. And once the angle iron came back from being press braked, I was able to start swinging more steel. I needed it because I used that angle iron as kickers to hold everything vertical. I don't want it falling over with these strong winds. Seems to be raining every single day out here. And man, did it go fast. Working by myself, got a lot done. What you're looking at only took about 4 hours total. The next day we kept swinging steel. Friend Greg actually surprised me and took some shots I didn't know about. I appreciate that. And between him and Ron, we actually got a lot done. Ron ended up staying a few days and was quite a bit of help. He cut some things for me and fed me a few times, and I appreciated him. And next we're prepping another spot for the stern rake to go on. So once that was set, next we need to get all that paint and rust off so we can start welding. I figured using the crane and harness was much faster than going up and down a ladder when all I need to do is prep about the first 3 feet. I want to get that welded up there so I'm not trying to do it when the sides are on. And weld we did. Between Greg and I, we spent about 2 days welding up these joints, and they're not completely done. And soon I'll take some close-up shots of the weld we decided on going with. We're still playing around with it, but it's looking like we're running a root, 60-10 usually, and then going back over it. Sometimes I can do a weave with a wire feeder, but I think it's actually going to end up being 2 passes with 532 60-10. It's much easier to run than that wire feeder. I spent this day running that wire feeder, I think about 10 hours, and man, did it start pouring. That's actually how I got the time to come in here and edit this video for y'all. Forecast says it's going to rain the next 10 days. So I'm going to have to learn how to just keep working in the rain. It's the only way I'm going to get this thing done by mid-August. Well, once that stopped, I went ahead and I took off the 2 kickers that were on each pipe. I decided I only needed one since these rakes stick out so far. That'll keep this thing from falling over when I start putting the sides on. And yep, Big Red is back. My friend Sean let me get it back from him, and I appreciate him. If he needs it, I can take it right back to him. But it is nice being able to just go up and down and take care of putting these side plates on. Well, that's going to be about all I got for you folks this time. I need to get back to work. Thank you for watching. And if we stay very, very quiet, we can observe him in his natural habitat.